Tareq in the morning. Kelly's Showbiz Top 5. Brought to you by Allstate.com/xthetext.
Number 5.
Heidi and Spencer, you are busted. It was all a lie. A publicity stunt.
We knew it.
They were never getting divorced.
Jeez.
In fact, they've been living together secretly in a rented home that they ended up trashing. The landlord was getting $20,000 a month for this place, but apparently it didn't meet Heidi and Spencer's standards. So they decided to make some changes like, draining all the chlorine water out of the pool and replacing it with salt water. Can't really just do that.
Yeah, you got to have
a special system for that. They also dug up the yard and planted rows and rows of trees and bushes, real, bushy stuff, because they didn't want photographers to catch pictures of them ever together in the same house. Gotcha. Plus, their dogs peed on the $15,000 carpet so much that Spencer finally just had to roll it up and throw it out without telling the landlord. Well, you have to understand, it's a $5.5 million house they're renting, so it came with a few things, too. And so Heidi and Spencer initially told the landlord, we want to rent to own. So that's why they felt like they had all this liberty to do these changes. Well, now guess what?
They don't want to.
They've decided they want to move to Costa Rica.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're going to walk on that deal.
Number 4.
14 kids and no income. That is not a good scenario. But that's the situation Octomom Nadia Suleiman has found herself in. She's going to have to go on welfare at this point.
Oh, man.
She's been supporting herself by selling her stories, selling her pictures to magazines and TV shows. But this big TV deal that she was hoping, like a John and Kate +8 or whatever, never materialized. And interest in her story is just fading. And nobody really when's the last time you even thought about Octomom?
Have not.
So Radar Online is reporting exclusively that she's being forced to go on welfare. They say she's still hoping for a deal that will pay her some fortune. But in the meantime, she and those kids have got to eat. She's behind on her mortgage payment. The man who holds the note on her home in L.A. says he's just going to have to end up evicting her.
How can you? Babies.
I mean, I understand, but are you going to be the guy that kicks 14 babies out in the street?
You don't want to be that guy.
No, you don't.
But then again, you got to pay your mortgage, too.
I know.
Business.
What are you going to do?
I mean, you remember the guy that I was renting to that showed up in court when I evicted him, and he brought his 2 or 3 kids. Then he borrowed a kid.
He borrowed a kid?
He went to rent a kid, and he brought another kid to the courtroom. But, I mean, I hated to, but he hadn't paid me like 3 or 4 months. What do you do?
Yeah. What do you do, Al?
Throw him out.
You move on.
Number 3.
So this bodyguard who is alleged to have threatened the life of Mel Gibson's other mistress, this woman named Violet, because apparently he was two-timing on his mistress Oksana with another mistress named Violet. So he was threatening to have this Violet woman killed. He's claiming that Oksana is soon going to be worth $200 million. He was talking again to Radar Online. Wow. And it comes, Oksana's trying to distance herself from this man because, a guy that's threatening to kill people, you don't really want to be, your buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the one saying that he's heard that she's going to get $200 million to make all this mess with Mel Gibson go away. That's one single mom that's not going to have to worry about going on welfare.
No, I don't think so.
Would you be willing to put up with that kind of abuse, that kind of,
$200 million?
Danger, getting your tooth chipped, hit, scared for your daughter's safety, your safety? If you know at the end of it, at the end of a year or two, you're going to walk away with $200 million. Would you live in that kind of misery?
Yeah, probably.
I probably could.
Yeah,
it's easy to say when you don't.
Yeah, $200 million.
I'll just sweat it out. Go ahead, run right here.
Let's do that.
Number 2.
Punch you right there, JC. Right
Yeah, that's
there.
fine. I'll take it.
So Teresa and Danielle, no love lost on the Real Housewives of New Jersey. In fact, no love lost between Danielle and anybody that's on the cast of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. But guess who's turning on Teresa now?
Who?
Caroline.
Oh, really? The older one.
Matriarch of the Manzo clan.
Yeah.
She is just had it with this irrational, chaotic,
She is, though, man.
maniacal.
As bad
I mean,
as-
just this whole, I can't help it. You don't touch me. I automatically throw you off. I mean, she pushed Andy Cohen down, screaming like a maniac. I think she's one of those people that has blackout rages where you don't even know what you're saying at that point.
Well, maybe they're slowly making her the villain for
That's
this coming
right.
season.
You have to have somebody to hate.
Yep.
So who better than to make it somebody you already know?
Yeah,
The crazy one.
Well, they say the source says Caroline is not even talking to Teresa right now. She's just tired of the drama. She's keeping her distance. She says she doesn't mind if Teresa's on the show, but they all hate each other now.
That's cool.
Number 1.
But you know how sometimes it's always fun to have a villain you love to hate, a la Danielle, a la it's going to be Teresa. Looks like apparently people who watch The Real Housewives of D.C., they just hate the Salahis. There's no love lost at all.
Really?
I mean, I remember I was watching Wendy Williams. She said, I'm not even going to give this show a chance because of the Salahis. They're like Heidi and Spencer wannabes.
Right.
So bad that they just do a horrible job of it. It's so bad that Bravo's not even going to bring them back for season 2 because it's no fun to hate these people. So even though she's coming out with her multiple sclerosis revelation, maybe that was a last-ditch attempt to say, Bravo can't fire me because now they know I'm sick. Maybe they were trying to use that to her advantage, but no, they say it's a done deal. They are not coming back. No Salahi. So maybe now we can all watch The Real Housewives of D.C.
Okay.
And that's your Showbiz Top 5.
Kidd Kraddick in the morning.
Naughty, naughty.
It's Kidd Kraddick in the morning.